All right, most of you are familiar with a pressure meter. This is the top half of it. I wanted to show you a few things. Got the glass off so you can see better. Most of you are aware you pump up the dial here, you get it set. When you're ready, you release the air into the pot. These are very prone to wearing out fast on you. The ones that come with them by standard, they're kind of cheap. And so we like to replace these with these that we get from Myers, these big beefy ones. These have a screw top like this. So can I take that off? So they have this screw-on style, so they're really watertight, a lot more than the standard ones. And they do a really good job. They're made by Gilson, made in Germany. So we like to use those. I also wanted to show, when you're looking at these, the inside of these, how they work, is actually this. I thought this is pretty cool. You can see we still have some of the face on here. This is the dial. So what happens is as you pressurize the gauge like this, it forces air up through this hole, and that is what compresses, or stretches rather, stretches this out. So this tube is filled with air, which slightly compresses it, and then there's all kind of little gears and things in here. And that's why these up here, these style, don't hold up as well, is because if water gets up in here, there's all kinds of little gears that rotate, and there's all kinds of springs and things. This is actually a little spring. I don't know if you can see that. And so there's all these little intricate moving pieces. And if water gets in there and starts corroding, these will start to fail. So having a nice watertight version like this helps them last longer. And it's also got this protective cover on it that helps if for any impacts that may occur. But that's what the inside looks like. It's pretty cool. The two main things that go bad on this, first is the pump. It gets to where it's really hard to pump. And then the second is this gets stuck. This is the needle that releases it. Here, I'll show you how it works. All right, so how this works is you take this off, right? Easy, it comes off pretty easily. And you'll see this pump is what supplies air into this chamber, into that chamber. Then when you push this needle, it pulls that up and it releases it into the chamber. There's a petcock in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that needle rests inside that petcock, and that's where the air comes out. So when you pull up on the needle, the air comes out of here into the pot, and that's where your reading comes from. And so if you see people hold this down while they're smacking it with the hammer, they're trying to make sure all the air escapes out of this vessel and goes into the pot below. And also that same pressurization has to come up into this gauge. And so that's why we leave it open for a while, so that all equalizes, because once we close this, it's only what air is inside the chamber. The air from what's in the meter doesn't account for anymore because it's closed off. So we leave that open. They hit it with a hammer. They tap this to kind of normalize it, because again, they're trying to get this to stabilize. So they're tapping, and it's just getting all those wheels to make sure they're free and they're moving, just in case they're bound. And that is how it works. And the first thing to go bad on these is usually the pump. Then there's this, and then this gets stuck because this gets all crudded and it doesn't move freely. It's usually up in here gets corroded between, because this is just a straight through shaft, and this is a bolt, and you're basically just pulling up on that bolt. And that's how the pressure meter works.